Hi guys, how are you? I hope you people are doing well. Good evening everyone. So in today's lecture we will going to talk about the concepts of river. Okay. So just be ready everyone. So let's just start our discussion. In yesterday's class or in the previous lecture we had talked about the sources of river. We had talked about the four major sources of river. We had talked about the glacier river. Okay. Hi KGV classes, how are you, buddy? What's up? So, in yesterday's class, we had talked about the glacier. So, in the sources of river, next source was the glacier lake. After that, we had talked about the surface lake. Then, after surface lake, we had talked about the aquifers. Next thing that we had talked in the previous lecture was that the course of the river. We had talked about the upper course. In upper course, river is in the destructive nature because river's velocity is high due to the reason is that river is moving towards the gravity. So that's why the velocity of river is high, and that's the reason that's why river is in the destructive nature. And after this particular thing, we had also seen that in the upper course the valley of river is v-shaped valley. V-shaped valley in which width is less than the height is more than width, okay, in the v-shaped valley. So these are the things that we had talked about. Okay, the things are like this. Let me recall the class. Okay, we have seen the source of river. We had seen the source of river. Okay, these are the streams. Okay, these are the streams like this. Okay, so these are the streams which are moving forward. Okay, so we had seen these particular things. Okay guys, so they are known as the rivulets. Okay, they are the rivulets. And the last two stream of the river is known as the pre-stream. This is the pre-stream of river, and where these two streams get combined, then this particular place is known as the origin of the river. So this is the origin of the river. Remember guys, so we had talked about these particular things. After this particular thing, we had seen that a river was in its upper course. This was the upper course. Okay, this is the upper course of the river. This is the upper course of the river. Now guys, we had seen that river is moving towards the gravity. Okay, the movement of river, the movement of river is not was movement of river is towards the gravity. After this particular thing, we had seen that the velocity was high. When velocity was high, then we had also seen a thing that we have the v-shape valley. We had the v-shape valley. Okay, so these are the things that we had talked in previous lecture. Now guys, now After this particular thing, river comes towards the plain. Okay, rivers enters in the plain. Okay, from here river enters in the plain. Okay, now guys, when we talk about plains, in plains there is no downslope movement of river, so that's why in the plains, what makes river to move forward, we have the push force. We have the push force, the water which is coming from the mountain, that particular water is pushing the water which is in the plain. So here we have the push force, push force in the plain that moves the water in the plain forward. Okay, so push force is acting in this particular thing. Now guys, when we talk about this particular thing, in the middle course of the river, the push force is there, and due to this particular thing, the river started the transportation of I'm so sorry. Okay, push force is there. It's a weak force. Weak force is there. Now guys, due to this particular weak force, the velocity of river will be low. The velocity will be low. And when we have the low velocity, then the formation of the valley will be there, and that particular valley is known as the discordant valley. Okay, it is known as the discordant valley. How does discordant valley look like? It look like this. Okay, like this. This is the width and this is the height. Okay, in discordant valley, width is much more than the height. Okay, in discordant valley. So these are the things. And guys, when we talk about the middle course, these are the things that we people should know regarding the middle course. I hope we are good about these particular things. Now guys, this is the middle course of river. Okay, this is the middle course. This is the middle course of the river. And in middle course, river deposited the transported mass which river has destroyed. When river was in its upper course, river was in the destructive nature, and due to the destructive nature, river has accumulated a lot many substances with itself and carrying out through its path. And when river reaches in the plains, river started depositing that particular substances in the sideward direction. Okay, deposition will be in the alongside of the rivers. Okay, so river deposit the substances alongside in the middle course So river deposited the substances alongside in the middle course Okay, so these are the things. Why these depositions are there? So that weight loss, so that the velocity could maintain in the middle course. After this, when river reaches in the lower course, then again in lower course there will be the push force. Okay, push force from the middle course of river will be there. So due to this particular thing, the velocity will very low, and due to this particular low velocity, the deposition will be vertical and deposition will be vertical and horizontal. Both type of deposition will be there in the middle course. So these are the things that we people need to know about the courses of the river. After these particular thing, guys, we have to know about the next thing, and that is the flood plains. Okay, so next concept is about the flood plains. Guys, when we talk about the floodplains, remember floodplains are always formed in the middle course and the lower course of the river. They are always formed right now. They are always formed in the middle and lower course of river. They are always there in the middle and the lower course of the river. After this, guys, after this particular thing, when we talk about the floodplains, they are formed due to the phenomena of flooding when river get flooded. So they are formed. Next point. They are formed due to the phenomena of flooding. Now, guys, now you might have seen the thing that when river get over flooded, then the water will started depositing around the alongside of the river. Just see the thing. Okay, just see the thing. Suppose this is the course of river and we people are seeing the front view. Okay, we are seeing the river from front direction. Okay, like this we are seeing the river from front. So this is the course of the river and river is flowing in this particular. This is the front view of the river. Okay, this is the front view of the river. River is flowing like this. Now, guys, generally when the river gets flooded, so river's water will started moving in alongside direction. Okay, like this river gets flooded. Okay, flooding is a scenario which leads to the overflow of the river. Okay, flooding is the scenario which leads to the overflow of water. Flooding is the scenario which leads to the overflow of water. And remember, guys, one thing, remember, buddy, that in these particular thing, not only water, the sediments will also get deposited along this side. The finer particles, these are the finer particles of the river which are getting deposited. These are the finer particles which are getting deposited here. Okay, so these are the things. Now, guys, with time this particular water gets evaporated. Okay, with time this particular water gets evaporated. So here we have the evaporation of water. We have the evaporation. Now guys, when there is evaporation, then water get evaporated from the alongside with time, and here only the sediments are left over. The river sediments are there. Okay, and this particular thing, only river sediments are left, like this. Like this. This is the course. When course of the river gets normal, the water started flowing in its original path. Start flowing in its original path. Okay. And when water get evaporated, there only left the sediments. Okay. These are the finer particles, which is being carried by the river from its upper course. Okay, so these are the finer particles. These are the finer particles. Okay, are we good about these things? Do let me know in the comment section, guys. Now this particular thing, these finer sediments, these are the sediments which are there. So these are the sediments which are left over the surface after the evaporation, and they are considered as the flood plains. They are known as the flood plains. Remember guys, when we talk about these flood plains, the altitude is less than 300 meters. Their altitude is generally less than 300 meters. When we talk about the floodplains, they are the most fertile region, and that is why they are the prominent agriculture zone of the world. They are the floodplains. They are, write down, they are the most fertile region, and they are the prominent agriculture zone of the world. So these are the floodplains. Are we good about the floodplains? Okay. So these are the things. If there is longest floodplain in river, that is the width, that in the width, then there will be the formation of longest floodplains, and till now the longest floodplains are seen of 120 kilometers. Okay, and they are made by the river Hongho of China. The name of the floodplains were created by river Hongho of China. Okay. So these are the things which we need to know. Now guys, after floodplains, the next concept is there, and the concept is of the tributaries. Okay, we have to know about the tributaries also. Tributaries. Now, if you see that this is the main river, and river is flowing in this particular direction, we should know about the left bank tributary, we should know about the right bank tributary. And how come we could know that this particular tributary is the left bank tributary and this particular river is the right bank tributary? We have to do nothing. We have to we have to stand and face in that particular direction where river is flowing. This river is flowing in this particular direction, so we have to put our face like this. Here we have the right bank tributaries, and here we have the left bank tributaries. Okay, because river is flowing in this particular direction. Like this, river is flowing like this, so we will stand like this. This is the left bank tributary and this is the right bank tributary. If river is flowing like this, then we have to stand like this in this direction. So here we have the left bank tributary and here we have the right bank tributary. So these are the things. So in which direction river is flowing, we have to just face that direction and see the left and right. Now guys, suppose this is the main river that is flowing in this direction. This is the main river. Main river which is flowing in this particular direction. So it has, this particular river has like this tributary. It has the tributary like this. Okay, like this. So these are the tributary, and remember they are the first order tributaries. Why first order tributary, guys? Why we have the first order tributary? First order because this tributary is directly meeting with the river. That's why it is the first order tributary. Now. It could be the scenario, or it could be the case that tributary may also have its tributary like this. So this is the sub tributary or the second order tributary. This could be the sub tributary or second order tributary. So they are the second order So this is the second order tributary. Are we good about these things, guys? Do let me know in the comment section that are we good about these things or not. This is the second order tributary. Now guys, when tributaries meet with the main river, then they form the particular angle. Like at what angle they are making. When tributary makes an acute angle. Okay, what is the acute angle? Less than 60 degree. You could see here. This is the acute angle. And this particular, just wait. This particular tributary is making the acute angle. Okay. When tributary meets with the main river and it makes the acute angle, then that particular pattern is known as the dendritic pattern. Okay, that particular pattern is known as the dendritic pattern. This is the dendritic pattern. This is the dendritic pattern. Okay, when river make the angle of 90 degree. Okay, so this particular river is making the angle of 90 degree. Angle of 90 degree. Then this particular pattern is known as trellised pattern. Okay, we have dendritic pattern and we have trellised pattern. Clear? Are we good about these things, guys? Now. After this particular thing, we have the rectangular pattern also. Now, what's the rectangular pattern? Guys, in rectangular pattern, when the tributary meets with the main river in the rectangular pattern like this, so this is known as the rectangular is known as the pattern. So these are the patterns. Like this, we have the dendritic pattern. Like this, we have the radial pattern also. We'll talk about the radial pattern in upcoming classes. Now, guys, after this particular thing, we have to know about the next concept, and the next concept is of the dwab. Okay, the next concept is of dwab. Now, guys, what are the dwab? When two floodplains of the river, when we have the floodplains of the river, when two floodplains of the rivers, when two floodplains of the river overlap upon each other, then that particular thing is known as dwab. Then that particular region is known as dwab. When two fertile floodplains, when two fertile floodplains overlap upon each other, then that region, then that region is known as dwab. This region is known as dwab region. Now, let me show you a diagram representation. Here we have the river. This river is flowing like this. And we have the tributary of this particular river like this. They both are making their floodplains. Okay. This river is making its floodplains. These are the floodplains of the main river. Like this. They are the floodplains of river 1. Let's say this black one is the river 1. River 1. And this pink one is the river 2. River 2. Now, guys. Now. When we see that river 2 is also making its floodplains. Okay, so they are the floodplains of river 2. Remember one thing, these floodplain 1 and floodplain 2 of river 1 and river 2, they get overlapped with each other. When they are overlapping upon each other, then this particular region is known as the dwab. This is known as dwab. And remember, guys, dwab are the very fertile region. They are more fertile than the floodplains. They are the very fertile region. Okay, so these are the things that we should know. Clear? They are the most fertile region. Doab are very fertile region. Doab are more fertile than floodplains. Doab are very they are more fertile than the floodplains. They are the more fertile than the floodplain. They are the most fertile region. Remember this thing. So, buddy, are we good about these things? Do let me know in the comment section that are we good about these things or not. Everyone out there. Come on. So, these are the things. The next concept that we should know about the river is the syntaxial bend. What is the syntaxial bend? Now, syntaxial bend Guys, syntaxial bend could be taken by river, it could be taken by the mountain ranges, it could be taken by any geographical feature. Okay, syntaxial bend is nothing, it's a sharp turn in the mountain range, in the river course. Okay, it's any sharp turn. For example, okay, when we talk about any bend taken by any geographical feature which is 90 degree or more. Write down any bend taken by any geographical feature which is 90 degree or more is known as syntaxial bend. Now guys, now suppose this is the course of river. River is flowing like this. In this direction river is flowing, and suddenly river has seen that in between of its course a mountain range is there. And it is not possible for river to surpass these mountain ranges or to cross this mountain range. So river will change its course and there will be the sudden 90 degree bend in the course of the river, and this 90 degree bend is known as the syntaxial bend. This sharp turn in the course of the river is known as the syntaxial bend. Guys, syntaxial bend could be taken by the river, could be taken by the mountain ranges. Any geographical feature could take the syntaxial bend. Okay, so these are the things that we people should know. Now guys, after this particular thing, the next one is the drainage basin and the catchment area of the river. Now let's talk about the drainage basin and the catchment area of the river. What are these particular things? Drainage basin and catchment area of the river. These are the things that we have to talk. Now guys, now after this, when we talk about the drainage basin or the catchment area, now look this thing very carefully. Suppose this is the main river. It is flowing like this. In this particular direction, the main river is flowing. When we talk about the drainage basin, we have the tributaries of this particular river which is flowing like this. We have the first order tributary, we have the second order tributary, we have the lot many tributaries which are draining in this particular main river. After first order tributary, we have the second order tributary. Okay, like this. We have the second order tributaries also like this. Now guys, it could be the chance that we also have some third order tributaries also like this. We could have the third order tributary. There is highly chance, okay, the chances are really very high that it could have the third order tributary also. So this is the main river with its tributary, with its sub-tributary, and with its third order tributary. Now guys, do one thing, that connect the extreme dots. Connect the extreme dots. Okay, let's connect the extreme dots like this. Connect this dot with the extreme point like this. This one with this particular thing, and connect the extreme dots like this. Okay, this one. We have to do nothing. We have to connect the extreme dot. We could see the reason like this. Now guys, if precipitation happens in this particular region at any place, if precipitation happens, then directly or indirectly the precipitated water will fall into the main river. If precipitation happens here, then remember, the precipitated water will fall in the sub-tributary, then it will go towards the tributaries, then its main tributary, then it will fall into the main river. Okay, if precipitation happens in any of the area, then the precipitated water will directly or indirectly fall into the main river. Directly or indirectly fall into the main river. Remember, the drainage basin is defined as the total area drained by the river and all of its tributary. Okay, drainage basin is the area in which, if precipitation occur, the final runoff is always into the main river. In this particular region, the source of water is the main river or its tributary or its sub-tributary or its third order tributary. In this complete area, the main source of water is the river or its tributary or its sub-tributary or its third order tributary. And if precipitation occur in this particular area, the final runoff is always towards the main river. For example, if precipitation occurs in Meerut, which is a district of Uttar Pradesh, then the final runoff will be in the river Hindon. River Hindon is the tributary of river Yamuna. Then that particular precipitated water will enter in river Yamuna through river Hindon, and that precipitated water will enters into river Ganga through river Yamuna. So Meerut is in the drainage basin of river Ganga. Clear? I hope this example is good enough to explain the things. Are we good about this thing? Now let me write down the definition. Let me write down the definition of the drainage basin. Now write down, drainage basin is defined as, write down, drainage basin is defined as the total area, as the total area drained by river and all of its tributary, drained by river and all of its tributary. One definition is this. Another definition of drainage basin, another one, drainage basin is the area, drainage basin is the area, drainage basin is the area in which if precipitation means rainfall, if precipitation occurs, the final runoff, if precipitation occurs, the final runoff is always towards the main river. This is the definition of drainage basin. Both the definition are true. In this particular complete region, the main source of water is the main river and its tributary and its sub-tributary, its third order tributary or fourth order tributary. And in this particular region, if anywhere precipitation occurs, then the final runoff is always towards the main river. This is the definition of the drainage basin or the catchment area. So are we good about the drainage basin and catchment area? Now guys, the next thing that we should know is the command area. Okay, command area. Now, command area is nothing. Let's draw the first. We should first let me write down the command area. Command area. Let me draw the command area. First, let me draw the drainage basin. Okay, this is the main river. It's flowing like this. This is the tributary. This is the tributary. This is the tributary. And here we have the subtributary. Like this. Here we have the subtributaries. Okay. So in drainage basin, we had done that. We have connects the extreme points like this. We have connected the extreme points like this. This was the drainage basin. And we know that in drainage basin, the major source of water in this particular area is the main river or its tributary. Now guys, when we talk about the command area is defined as the drainage basin. Command area is defined as drainage basin plus any other extra area covered by any other extra area covered by the canals originating from originating from the drainage basin. Example, sir. I am giving you the example, sir. This complete area is the drainage basin of this main river. Now guys, if we have constructed the artificial area, if we have taken the water from this particular river and we are supplying this water, to this particular area, then the extra area, that is the extra area which is not naturally in the drainage basin of this particular river, this extra area is not naturally fall in the drainage basin of this particular river. We have constructed a canal. Through canal, we are supplying the water of this river to this particular area. So this area will also fall under the drainage basin of this particular area. So drainage basin and plus any extra area which is getting water through canal from this main river is known as the command area. Remember, if we have constructed a canal and we are supplying water to any other area which is not naturally the part of the main river or its tributary, which is not naturally the part of the drainage basin of this particular river, then that particular area plus drainage basin is known as the command area. Okay, remember this thing. Command area, this is the total area where main river, its tributary, its canal are the major source of water. Remember this thing. And guys, remember, if no canal is present beyond the drainage basin, then command area and drainage basin are the same. If write down the note. Write down the, if no canal is present beyond, if present beyond the drainage basin, then command area and drainage basin are the same. Then command area and drainage basin are the same. Like, if this canal is presented in this particular region here, so the command area and drainage basin will be same. Okay, so this is the thing. I hope that things are making sense to you people. So are we good about these things, guys? Do let me know in the comment section, everyone out there. Are we good about these things or not? Do let me know about this particular thing. Are we good about these things? Everyone, please let me know in the comment box that are we good about these things or not. So these are the things that we people should know. Come on, buddy, everyone. Okay, so I hope that things are making sense. So guys, this is all for today. Okay, now after this we'll talk in our next class. So this is all for today. Next class we'll understand about delta. We'll come to know about the formation of delta. Okay, so this is all for today, guys. I hope you people enjoyed this lecture. Thanks a lot, Jai Hind. Thanks so much. Bye bye, namaskar and Jai. Thank you so much, guys. Bye, everyone.